We're just
she's sitting on her
surrounded by
ass,
boxes.
and you're like carrying boxes up the stairs, and she's not helping. And what's the problem?
She'll do a little unpacking, but I'm so busy that I don't get home till 9 o'clock, and then I'm done.
She pulls out a teacup and then reminisces about the teacup for a half hour. It's like, oh, my grandmother gave me this teacup, and then my sister, and we were just telling stories about the teacup. And meantime, you're carrying boxes up the stairs.
I'm carrying a lot of things. My body would not move this morning. She had to physically pull me out of bed to go get another load out of the car.
She woke you up to go back to work.
I had to, yeah. I had the choice of
wake
doing
up.
it last
you
night
left another
or
box
today.
downstairs. You're awake. You're a personal trainer.
She's the girl. She says,
put some weight on your back and do some Stairmasters. Come on, you're a personal trainer.
Well, she helped too. But we had to get a whole load out so she could go get another load.
You tell her that you have like this whole urban idea for her where she basically uses everyday events where people can work out, and you're gonna design a workout based around her moving the shit in, and let her do the whole thing. And you're like, that's a good one, honey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Put a box on your back.
Yeah. Box in each hand, on each shoulder. Do this one. What will we call that, honey? We'll call that the Mickey Mouse Move Stairmaster. And then you walk up the stairs. See, you didn't have to move a box. You could have just had her moving everything.
No, I have to feel like the man. She made fun of me a little bit. She's like, that box isn't even heavy. And I'm like, and automatically my man mentality goes, oh yeah, this isn't fucking heavy. I'll get it.
You're just breaking your back.
Yeah.
Still trying to impress. You're already moved in. I mean, you're moving in. You've impressed. Why keep trying?
Well,
that's the magic of moving in with somebody you can stop trying.
The thing about me is that I will always, for the rest of my life, have to prove my masculinity. Because I'm short and because I dress well.
That's your own issue, dude. You need some therapy.
What?
You need some therapy.
No, nobody takes me seriously as a man. I mean, we were moving, and her sister and her boyfriend came over, and every heavy thing, he pushed me out of the way.
I got this.
Yeah, I'll get this one. I'm like, dude,
don't hurt yourself.
I'm fine. But by the end, I was like, fine, you get that. I don't care.
So, but is he carrying the couch with your girlfriend?
No.
That'd be different.
He was carrying it with the moving guys that I was paying $60 an hour to.
And he's a big guy?
Yeah, he's a big boy.
I'll get that little man.
Yeah.
Like he's your dad.
It killed me. It
Look
pissed
at
me
you
off.
carrying that 6-pack of Pepsi.
I carried a lot. I did well. Every muscle in my body hurts, and it's a good, man hurt.
Well, I'm asking you this because I saw this story about this couple who's getting married, and I think they're having hard times. It's a Pennsylvania couple. They were caught shoplifting from Wegmans supermarket. They stole more than $1,000 in merchandise. And why do you think they stole it? I mean, they went to a supermarket, loaded up a bunch of food, $1,000 in a cart,
sure,
and walks out without paying for it. They were stealing the food that they were going to serve at their wedding reception.
Wow.
They're that fucking poor that they went to Wegmans, loaded up a cart with cheese squares and those plates you get with little ham slices and turkey slices and the Ritz. Goddamn Ritz. And they $1,000 to steal for the food for their wedding reception. I don't think you two should be getting married. You're not at a point in your life that you've achieved goals that you should be getting married if you have to steal reception food.
And they just tried to wheel it out like nothing happened?
Oh, we forgot. Just wheel it out, but they were caught on surveillance cameras. The couple was captured on surveillance.
Wait, nobody
footage.
noticed in real life?
No. I mean,
they had to go back and watch the footage? I think
that a supermarket, you probably wouldn't catch that. There's so much action going on. You'd probably totally rip off a supermarket. There's probably people who listen to the show who steal their groceries every week. 888-520-HF-SHOW, because there's so much action going on. I mean, you could probably just walk out pretty easily with whatever. Grab some Duraflames on the way out because they're right there by the door.
Well,
Tuck them under your arm.
I wouldn't recommend you do this, but if you're a musician and you go to Guitar Center, they always check your receipt for every item on the receipt. But I've figured out, and I would never do this, but I would, if I were you, I would go buy an Epiphone guitar, the $100 Epiphone guitar. Then on the way out, after you buy that $100 guitar, you grab a $900 Epiphone guitar and switch them out. And once you get to the door, all they check is they go, all right, Epiphone guitar. All right, perfect. Thanks so much for shopping. No, I'm saying that you could.
Well, why do you think of that if you haven't done it?
Because I go there so often. I'm like, oh, I could rip this place off.
Why haven't you done
easily.
that?
Because I'm not a thief. I'm an
Why
honest
do you think
person.
like a thief?
Oh, I would be the world's master thief.
Why are you holding back who you really are? You're trying to, get me into
because I have a soul and
nice.
a conscience.
No, you don't. Inside, you're dying inside.
Inside, I really want to murder one human being and see if I can get away with it, and I want to be a world-class thief. That's true. Both of those are true. I want to do both of those.
Then do that.
No, you want me to take a human life to see if I can pull it off?
Why not? I want you to fulfill your dreams. I totally support you, whatever you want to do. I'm a good friend.
All right.
I will support you no matter where you go.
All right.
Whatever you want to do.
Ian, you need to sleep with one eye open.
888-520-HF show. We got Kenny on the phone talking about stealing groceries. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, what's going on, Frank?
Do you steal your groceries every week?
Nah, but I work for a bread company. I deliver to grocery stores all the time. And just recently, about a month ago, I'm at the store delivering, and a guy just pretty much pushed the cart right out the entranceway. And, he played it off so cool. He was just talking on the phone like he was talking to his wife or something. And he's like, I'm coming. I'll be right there. No, in the parking lot. He's like on the cell phone. And I seen him. He walked by, and then, three people run outside like, hey, did he take something? I'm like, nah, I didn't see he took anything, but pushed the cart right out, and
it seems like I mean they don't have those things on the doorway that if you have a bread sack and it goes beep 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 beep, the whole alarm goes off, right?
I guess.
No, isn't it just the sliding doors?
I'm too scared to try anything like that I wouldn't test the system.
You set a dumpster on fire at elementary school, but you won't steal an Epiphone guitar.
Someone shouted out and said, I could be a world-class con artist. I bet I could.
I think you could, too.
You want to know a simple theft con? Here's what you and I do. We go to a public restroom.
I don't want to. This doesn't sound like it's going to be good for me.
This doesn't end the way you think it does.
It doesn't sound like it's going to be good for me.
Listen, we go to a public restroom with lots of stalls for the toilets.
Yeah.
We find a guy sitting down.
Tapping his foot. No, I don't want to go in.
No! We find a guy, and he's doing his thing. He's sitting down, right?
Yeah.
We both go on either side of him.
Uh-huh.
And into the stalls. This is a good con.
All right. I'm
into
listening.
the stalls, we pretend we are using the restroom. We notice which side his wallet is on, because his pants are down. And the other person drops a bunch of change into his stall. So he starts picking it up and helping you get your change.
Ew, I'm not touching people's change.
You would just let it lie there?
Fuck yeah, I'd kick it over with my foot.
Exactly. But you'd
be
be paying attention to the change, and the other guy grabs the wallet.
So, but you're both sitting down. Do my pants have to be down to pull this con off?
Yeah, you got to really pull it off. And I'll probably go in and check and make sure that you're pulling it off. Are your pants down? Okay.
Now, do I have to be taking a shit, or could I be jerking off?
I don't think that part matters. I don't think either of us are actually doing anything.
If he's paying that much attention to my pants being up or down next door, he's got to know what I'm doing. Is he more, how about I don't drop change, I just act like I'm jerking off. So he's like leaning over and he's listening to the door, to the wall, and then you pick his pocket. Why do we got to drop change? I don't want to drop anything on it.
Because that's the con. That's a classic con.
I'm just doing a little different take on it. Now, you're the spanker this time. I'm the picker. You're the spanker, I'm the picker. And then we'll switch.
All right. Let's try it. I think we should try it.
You think we should try it?
Yeah, we'll return the guy's wallet, but we'll see if
we can
get
out of his pants. We'll be like, hey, we got your wallet.
So you know, you should keep a better eye on your wallet, sir. We're superheroes.
Yeah. Try not to focus on the guy jerking off next door next time. There's a lesson to be learned.
The more you know.
Yeah, because then what could he possibly do to me? I gave his wallet back, and then he can't say anything, or else I'd humiliate him for why he even got his wallet stolen to begin with. 888-520-HF show. We got Wes, who's a master thievery plan to share. I like this. It's the Master Thieves segment.
All right.
What's up, Wes?
Well,
do you have a master heist plan that we can get in on?
I love the topic of criminal masterminds. Back in high school, I had a whole thing where I got big into it, but I would take barcodes, the little sticker barcode off of cheaper items.
Yeah.
Put it off more expensive items. So you just cover it, then you actually make them scan all of your items, put it into a bag, deactivate any security alarms that you have on you, and you pay like $30 for something that's $300, and then a bunch of different items, and you just walk straight out the door. If there's any problem at any point in time, then you just say, oh, well, it's Miss Mark then. And then they call someone, and they're like, I'm sorry, it's more expensive. And you say, well, I don't want it now. And you walk out the door.
I don't want it now. You mean it's not $30? It's not, I mean, it's $300?
Yeah.
That happened one time, though. It can backfire on you because you got to be really careful of, like, the sticker you pull off something to put on something else, because I think there was I think it might have been Frosty's sister. No, I'm not going to say Frosty's sister stole something, but it was very...
What?
It was a Frosty story that he told me once, that somebody he knew had tried to pull off that same heist where you go in and you switch the barcode price stickers, and they were stealing something small. It was like, I don't know, a Walkman or something dumb, you know. And when they got up there to scan it, it said lawnmower. So, I mean, it wasn't even close. So, I mean, if you're going to, you got to have, a Walkman on a Walkman. Like you said, the Epiphone on an Epiphone. You can't do Walkman lawnmower. That's when they were it must have missed Mark. With a lawnmower? No, he tried to steal a lawnmower with a Walkman thing on it. It was something so crazy. It was the other way around. Oh, I want to make this Walkman worth $700. So I switched it to a higher price. No, it was the other way around. They bought a lawnmower and put a Walkman sticker on it. Oh, shit. 888-520-HF show. Jennifer's on the phone. She's got a stealing story. Oh, great. Hello, Jennifer.
I have so many, but this one rings a bell in my head. I had stolen a security tape from Sears. I don't know if you ever shopped at Sears. If you buy a large item, they put a piece of security tape on your item. And I used to steal a lot of power tools. It was part of how I kept up my addiction. And I would stole the Sears tape, and I would go in and I would dress really nice. I looked like I just got off of work. I would dress in business suits. So I'd go up and I would grab the flashlight and the Craftsman tool setups, and I'd stick that security tape on, and I'd walk out the store. And they caught me, but it took them months.
So what happened when they caught you?
Oh, I went to jail.
For how long?
That was my first petty theft, so I didn't get
first.
But I had already stolen video cameras from them, several Craftsman power tools, like the portable Sawzall.
Hey, Jennifer, let me ask you a question. Can I use this segment of the show to send out to possible advertisers so they can know the audience they're reaching?
I may be the only one of your audience that has got this many sick stories.
Well, thank you, Jennifer, for sharing. You obviously aren't the criminal mastermind because you got caught finally.
Oh, I did get caught, but I had kept going back to the same store. That's why I got caught.
The same store.
Because I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Stupid criminals. Criminal minds. Here we go. Who's on line one? I can't tell. 888-520-HF show. It's Trotto. Hello, Trotto. Pardo.
Hey, Dad. Here's a fun thing you can do since you're an alcoholic.
Yeah.
You go to buy your beer, you get the